I hope you guys can hear me. I've got these headphones on because this fucking music at this gym is loud as fuck and it's still my head in. It's currently 3:30 in the morning and I wanted to make a video. Look, I want to teach people a little bit about building a personal brand. And I ain't someone who's built something massive and huge and scatterable and blah, 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 blah. I built something for myself out of nothing. I used to be 16 years old, writing my name fucking on the walls of the streets in specific locations so that other people could see, you know, with no one knowing who really I fucking was, right? Except the boys that I roll with or whatever, right? So I know a few things about branding and getting attention in areas, right? So what I want you guys to understand is that I understand nowadays in today's society, we're not in the old state of the world. We're in an attention economy. So where the money goes to the images, the businesses that have like the image out there. Like for example, this brand that I wear, Lift the Label, they're a local company and they're fucking awesome. Their content's awesome, the quality of the clothes are awesome. So the t-shirts are pretty shitty, right? But the tanks and all that, they're all fucking killer, right? I just wanted to share this because there's so many of you guys in a position right now where you're in this job, you're in this predicament where you don't really know what you want to do with your future, you're stuck, you're worried about what's going to happen 10, 20, 30 years down the track where you're still going to be in that position, or whether or not you want to change or you want to build something for yourself, or you have this idea of building something for yourself. The most fundamental thing I would say would be to start building your online presence. Your new resume is your social media. You have to prove to people that you are who you say you are and you are competent enough to produce the result for them. So for me, for the last 7-8 years, I built an online Instagram page, and then it moved on to Facebook after about maybe the second year or whatever. I started posting all my stuff. And I used to own and operate Southwest Painting and Decorating, but I realized that's the most broad fucking name out there, and it could be classed as anywhere. And I tried being, sorry, I'm crook as a dog right now. It's 3:30 in the morning. I just finished a workout. I'm here trying to film a fucking video, so my voice is a bit croaky. That's why. Now, right. I fucking tried so hard to be a business instead of a brand. And when I failed at understanding that people don't buy the best product, they buy the best known. They buy who they trust, right? I wear Nikes. These are the only fucking shoes that I fucking buy, right? Besides Pumas, maybe. You won't see me in those Chucks or those Vans or any of them fucking faggot fucking shoes, right? But you see me in Nikes. I wear Nikes. Do you know why? Because their fucking quality's great and they've got that brand reputation. People buy me and my service because of my brand reputation. Because the last 3 years I've gone all in. I became evangelical about the cause and the mission that I'm on. I told everyone my darkest secrets, including all my clients, including all my friends. And this is the thing. And this is what you got to be prepared for. You got to be prepared to lose. You got to be prepared for weeks without pay. You got to be prepared to lose, fucking sacrifice everything. Burn the motherfucking boats is what they say. That's what you're going to have to do to try and build this personal brand. Because if you don't, you have this option mentality in the back of your head going, I can always fall back and do this, right? That's where you lose. Because business is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And if anything, I'm envious of the people that can work for someone and be happy and come home and do their thing. You know, I ran into a guy at BP that I've known since I was 16. I'm 29 this year. And I saw him last year and I fucking said to him, I was like, mate, how long have you been fucking working for? Sorry. He goes, 18 years. I said to him, I was like, fuck me, how the fuck could you do that? Serving people, Winnie Blues. Like, it could not fathom in my fucking mind why people could do that. But then again, not everyone's like me. Not anyone thinks the same way as me, right? But look, I want you guys to understand that in 10, 20 years from now, you guys might have this predicament where you guys go, fuck, I should have done this, I should have done that, right? And I'll tell you this, when I was 16 years old, I couldn't even look myself in the mirror. I was embarrassed. I was insecure. I dealt with insecurities most of my life. I still deal with them to this day, which is why I'm at the gym on a Sunday at 3:30 in the morning. Because I know when I wake up the next day tomorrow, I know that I'm the fucking guy that said he did what he was going to do. Right? Regardless of how I feel, no matter how sick I am right now, I've got to get to work in fucking 3 hours, right? I've got to go to work again. It'll be my 16th day working non-stop, right? Next week, I'm working all through that as well, right? This is what it takes to build a personal brand. You have to go all in, right? One day, sooner or later, you guys are going to see that I'm going to turn this into something bigger and better. And, I really want to just express this to people because I'm trying to teach my daughter. And these videos aren't just for you guys. These are for my grandchildren, my daughter, so that they can witness and watch that their father, their grandfather, he went all in to help other people and went all in on himself. He bet against himself no matter what, no matter the circumstance, right? Because I'll even tell you this. For the first 3 to 4 months, and my ex-partner Emily, she could definitely back this up. I was embarrassed to drive my van with my name wrapped on the side of it. When I first got PBT written on the side of my van, I was just like in awe. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And after about the 3rd or 4th day, it started to hit me. I was like, fuck, everyone knows who the fuck I am. I can't flip people off anymore. I can't just quickly swerve off the road with because I'm driving with my phone or something like that. I had to be professional as fuck, right? But you bet your fucking bottom dollar now that when I roll into your driveway and I walk up to that fucking front door, I own that fucking space. I feel sorry for any of these other painters. When I'm the first one at the fucking paint shop getting my paint, guess what? I walk in, everyone knows Taylor's there. They feel my presence, walk straight in the fucking door. Why? Because I built the disciplines through the daily difficult tasks that I didn't want to do day in, day out. Do you think I want to be here at 3:30 in the morning? People think, oh, what do you get from going to the gym, Taylor? Fucking you get muscles and blah, blah, blah. It's what I get rid of. I get rid of all the disempowering thoughts that could, stunt me in my growth of my business. Right? You guys think you've seen over the last 3 or 4 years the progression of my business, and you guys think that I'm someone different to you guys, or I have some skill or trait that you guys don't have. No, I just am disciplined. I do the things that I don't want to do on a regular basis because I know that if I don't do these things, I'm going to be stuck in that same mindset of being, I'm not the guy that should be rocking up at this house doing this quote. No matter how many years I've been painting, no matter how good I am at it, if I don't be the man that my mind sets out to be, that my mind tells himself to be, I'm going to be the fraudster. I tell people this all the time. Let's see how hard you really are. Go look in the goddamn mirror. If you can look in the mirror for more than fucking 10 fucking seconds and be proud of the man looking back at you, then you're doing something with your life. But if you can't, then that's something that you guys got to work on. Now, building this personal brand has been the best thing that I've ever done. It's created an income stream for me, my family, to be able to provide the lifestyle that I want to live. I could literally go anywhere in the world right now. I could just get up and leave. But all I want to do is come here to the gym. All I want to do is train and build my business and serve my clients, because that gives me satisfaction more than the greatest sex you've ever had in your entire fucking life. Put that together, and there's days that I want to quit. There's days that I want to fucking pack it all in and go work for someone and go and enjoy my life again and have that freedom to go to the pub and this and that. But I'm going to tell you guys, this is fucking worth it. It's worth it to push past all this. It's worth it to build the personal brand. It's worth it to have all your friends and family laugh at you and think you're nuts. It's fucking worth it. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to be working for you. And it's the sweetest fucking feeling in the world when you know that they talk shit about you, and you know that they've been talking shit about you for them years, and you rock up in your brand new truck, your fresh fucking whip with your big ass fucking rims on it, and they know what they said, and they're still driving their shitty old fucking pieces of shit, and you rock up and you know you can buy 3 of the cars that you own, and you still don't, right? This is the mindset, right? It's not about money. It's about creating the individual that can pull anything off. And I have always said this. It's not how you're going to do it. It's who's willing to do it. So creating the personal brand will give your clients that trust and that lead generation through years and years and years of following you to then purchase your product or service, right? Talk about compounding interest like with shares and shit like that in your banks, right? It's the same thing with social media. I have people follow me for 4, 5 years and then choose to fucking use me. And you better believe they ain't getting a second quote. Why? Because they built that brand trust, and you guys will too. Build a personal brand. Start changing your fucking life. Fuck this position you're in right now. You can do better.